Against the backdrop of aging leadership and globally non-competitive rates of youth participation in governance, young African change makers unify in common purpose to personify a new and greater chapter in African history. Together, in Washington, D.C., they affirm that Africa arises.
Good morning.
1,000 young leaders from across the continent say that the future is now and Africa's development trajectory depends on it.
Whereby its leaders combine in their efforts to solve the problems of the continent.
I pledged to leverage the wealth that can be found in the networks I developed on this very fellowship, collaborating with fellows across the length and breadth of our vast continent. And I did.
Beaten, battered, broken, raped, and robbed. And yet here we are, living the very hope and prayers of our families. They call it Africa, but we call it home.
Serving in their countries as young ministers, parliamentarians, elected officials, top professionals, and civil society activists, these young leaders network and collaborate in a bid to answer the call of over 1 billion Africans in search of new hope and development.
Stop reading how Japan did it. Stop reading how the US did it, because the US was solving a US problem. Read what the problem is in Africa, and then think of how Africa will do it.
South Africa did not get independence on a platter of gold.
This is followed by insightful Q&A sessions with established continental leaders.
This generation should be a different type of generation.
Investing $100 million in young African entrepreneurs over the next 10 years, African business titan Tony Elumelu advises young Africans.
My confidence is rooted in the fact that these young Africans have great ideas, better ideas than I ever had in my own time. All they need is helping hand. And if they succeed, Africa succeeds.
The facilitating organization of the Mandela Washington Fellowship says its sustainability and potency lies in the inherent drive and networking capabilities of young leaders.
Because while I think it's incumbent on us all to make sure that the benefits of globalization are shared more broadly across societies, I think programs like this help to show the possibilities.
The potential extra income a girl will earn if she spends just 1 extra year in school.
Young African leaders present here represent the ingenuity, purpose, and potential of the next generation who remain yet undiscovered. Evidently, leadership with a service-centered perspective may soon become the norm as young Africans arise with the continent they now begin to lead. In Washington, D.C., Ajuri Ngelale reporting for Channels Television News.